Maciej Robak ist jetzt hier bei mir vom Polen Tour. Kleiner polnischer Anbieter, vor allem im B2B-Bereich unterwegs, aber sehr wichtig für die polnische Branche und auch für uns als Ansprechpartner, weil Polen Tour auf gewisse Art als Trendsetter gilt in Polen. Was die machen, sind in erster Linie Reisen im Bildungs- und Kulturbereich und die werden dann im Paket angeboten, meistens so im zentraleuropäischen Raum. Also Österreich ist ein Teil von mehreren Destinationen, darüber werden wir jetzt reden. Nice to have you here. I have understood that Austria is a destination you used to come to, bring your clients to, as a part of a bigger trip. So it's one station.
Well, actually, there are different part of packages. That's the kind of packages we're making for Austria, because we have Austria for the leisure, typical classical groups coming for city breaks. Then the Vienna is a natural choice because it's just 4 hours from Krakow or Katowice and 6 hours from Warsaw. And right now we're overloaded with Polish tourists for the May weekend because we've got the bank holidays in Poland. So I've seen here loads of Polish tourists on the streets of Vienna. Then it's also a natural choice for longer holidays during winter holidays for skiing mostly. But in summertime we still keep on discovering Austria, because it seems to me that Polish tourists still really underestimate what are the possibilities that Austria has to offer for castles, palaces, culture, heritage, food, and beautiful sceneries that I still keep on discovering. Then we're also coming to Austria on the way to the Balkans. There are loads of Polish tourists going to Croatia or to Montenegro, and Austria is on the way, and quite often we just pass by, not really acknowledging the fact there are so many other places worth discovering on the way, close to Vienna, close to Graz, Klagenfurt, or the Styria area. So it seems to me that it's still a product with a big future that we are here to discover and then promote further on to our tourists.
I've understood that you have a younger target group mainly, and when you create your packages, what are your demands? What do you need to have that?
Well, actually, I would say that we've got 3 types of tourists coming to Austria. So the first, it's the pilgrimages. Then we're focusing mostly on Markt, but quite often they're going southern way to the Medjugorje in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So that way we're like focusing really just on churches and the historic classical heritage linked somehow with the pilgrimage aspect. So of course we do visit Vienna on the way. We've got Kallenberg with John III Sobieski, Polish king, so it's very important for us. But then we've got some other Kloster Neuburg just behind that we could visit as well. And then going farther on to the south, we've got Maracel and some other stift that are on the way, that monasteries we could visit. So there's one segment of the market. The other is the classical, let's say, sightseeing, leisure heritage part. So then we keep on discovering everything. That's the classical things. And then the more demanding clients right now, they're more looking for experiences. I personally think that the concept of go and see, it's already gone, especially after COVID time. And right now people are more searching for really experiences. So instead of go and see, it's rather go and experience. For this reason, for smaller groups, we try to create packages that include food tasting or pottery classes, or visit to the vineyards with the wine tasting. You've got the volcano ham in Styria region, or Apfelstrudel, and all the other things that bring us closer to the regional aspect of Austria. And it seems to me that all around the world, actually, every single country and region is trying to attract people to visit smaller towns and villages, the regional aspect, go out of the beaten tracks, to keep on discovering the local, local regions and local peculiarities that every region has to offer. And we are here as tour operator to help people discover those kinds of things. This is a niche market so far, but it seems to me it's growing. And those are the 3 things that we're really working on. And the 4th one that is kind of emerging, and for me seems to be a big potential for the future, is a senior travel. So those are the classical way of seeing places. but adjusted to the physical capacities of people 60, 70 plus. So having in mind that they cannot walk that much, we know that the old town areas are mostly pedestrian areas. So you're not allowed to get there with a coach. But you know, sometimes Melex could be a solution, or horse-drawn carriages like here in Vienna. This is the way how we could explore the city, but adjusting the offer to the physical capacities of people that could walk 1 hour, 2 hours, but not having a full day walking tour around the town. So there are 4 different groups I see.
So the local mobility is a strong point. So you have answered already the question for the potentials and perspectives after the ATB. Actually, would you say that the Austrian partners in tourism, do they fulfill already what you need and you just have to pick, or are there still demands that are not satisfied?
Well, I'm very happy with the travel here because every time I'm coming here, and this is my second edition, I'm discovering something new. And I'm so happy and thankful to you guys that you keep on inspiring us. There are so new other places worth discovering all around. For the Polish market, I would say that it's mostly Vienna as a place of entry to the country because of the main motorway going from Czech Republic or Slovakia south. So most of Polish groups go to Vienna. But then from Vienna, we could go either south in direction to Graz, Klagenfurt, or to west in direction to Salzburg or Salzkammergut, the whole area. But we're not aware really what those regions can offer. So it seems to me that for us being here, it's so nice because we keep on exploring those things. I know that it's not Carinthia that much or the Tyrol that much that we're gonna offer as for now, because it's not that close to Vienna. So we need to start from something that is close to Vienna because Vienna is a natural choice. But then going farther on in this area, we keep on exploring. And once we teach the Polish people that Austria, it's not only skiing, wintertime destination, but it's also summertime destination, not necessarily in the mountains and trekking, but loaded with castles, palaces, history, heritage, and beautiful places that we can discover, then it seems to me there's still huge potential here on the market.
And the people are open also to the new...
Yes, there are. And it seems to me in the post-COVID reality, we're more into discovering Europe closer, regional, and by our own, I mean, by cars, like a family self-driven tours. But at the same time, as tour operators, there are some bus groups that are coming, you know, to explore the region. I know that so far it's a capital, imperial capital. They're the most popular. So to have a 1-week trip with Budapest, Vienna, and Prague, it is a kind of natural choice. But you're visiting just 3 cities. And there's so much more to be discovered. So I do think that right now we're gonna go more in direction to discover Austria during 1 week, like a proper sightseeing. Of course, you could travel 2 or 3 weeks around Austria and still not enough. I know that, but we need to start with something. So it seems to me that to start with spreading the news and the knowledge that there's so much more to see just out of Vienna, it's a good start, and there's still huge potential in developing this destination.
So it's about Vienna and below.
Ja.
Das war unser polnischer Tour-Operator bei den ATB Travel Talks 2023. Also offenbar viele Perspektiven, was den polnischen Markt angeht. Vor allem das, was Maciej Robak hier erzählt hat, ist durchaus als repräsentativ für den ganzen Markt Polen zu verstehen.